Hi, today I'm going to show you how to solve a system of a linear equation by using matrix. So here's an example. First of all, I'm going to rewrite this system into the augmented matrix. So you go 1, minus 2, 4, 6. 1, 1, 13, 6. Negative 2, 6, negative 1, negative 10. Okay? Now, what I will do next is that I'm going to using the row operation to rewrite this matrix into the reduced row echelon form. So the first coefficient in the first row, I want that to be 1. So this is what will happen. Well, let's copy that. Since you already have a 1, so let's copy that row. 1, minus 2, 4, 6. Okay? Now, the leading 1, below that order entry has to be 0. So I'm going to make that 1 to be a 0. Now since I got 1s in here, it looks like minus 1 plus 1 become a 0. So my operation for this step is going to be negative row 1 plus row 2. Okay? So negative 1 plus 1, so that gives you 0. Negative 2 is 2 plus 1, so that gives you 3. Negative 1 times 4 plus 13, so that gives you 9. Negative 1 times 6 plus 6, and that gives you 0. Nice. Okay. So next, I'm going to make that a 0. So it looks like 2 times 1 plus negative 2 will be 0. So therefore, my step is going to be 2 row 1 plus row 3. Okay. So 2 times 1 plus negative 2 is 0. 2 times the negative 2 is negative 4 plus 6, so that will be positive 2. 2 times 4 is 8 plus and minus 1, so that gives you a 7. 2 times 6 is 12 plus negative 10, so that will be 2. Okay? So now next I'm going to make that 3 to be a 1. So it looks like 3 divided by 3 is a 1. So let's go ahead and go to this side. Okay, I'm going to copy the first row. This one's a good one, so don't touch that. So here we have a 1, negative 2, 4, 6. Okay, so now I'm going to take the row 2 divided by 3, and I'm going to write down my operations in here so I can remember that. So this will be 1/3 row 2. Okay, so that will be 0, 3 divided by 3 is a 1, 9 divided by 3 is a 3, 0 divided by 3 is a 0. Okay, now to make that a 0, okay, we're going to do this. We're going to have a, we need to have negative 2 to plus 2 to make a 0. So what I will do is 3 divided by 3 times minus 2, that will make that a negative 2, and add to the 2, and that go to 0. So therefore this one is going to be negative 2/3 row 2 plus row 3. Okay, so this will be 0. So negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Negative 2, negative 6 plus 7, so that will be 1. And then negative 2/3 times 0 plus 2, so that will be 2. Okay. Now next then I will start from the bottom up, okay? So I'm gonna make this one, keep it right here, and every entry above the 1 gonna be 0. So let's take care of this column first, okay? Now we're gonna write a bottom row first. 0, 0, 1, 2. So to make that a 0, I'm going to take minus 3 times 1 plus 3, so that gives you a 0. So the operation is negative 3, row 3 plus row 2. Okay? So you go 0, 1, 0. Now minus 3 times 2 is a negative 6 plus a 0, negative 6. Now next I will make that 4 a 0, which I will do negative 4 times 1 plus 4, so that will be 0. So therefore the operation is negative 4 row 3 plus row 1. Okay, so you will get 1, negative 2, negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Now negative 4 times 2 is a negative 8. And negative 8 plus 6, so that will be negative 2. Okay? Now one more time, we are going to make the entry above this 1 to be a 0, which is 2 times 1 plus negative 2 will make it 0. So therefore we have this. Let's write down the second and the third row. 0, 1, 0, negative 6. 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so the operation is 2 times row 2 plus row 1. So that will be 2 row 2 plus row 1. All right, so now you got 2 times 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 1 plus negative 2 is a 0. 2 times 0 plus a 0, that's a 0. Now 2 times a negative 6 is a negative 12. Plus the minus 2, so that will be negative 14. Okay? Now, up to this point, we have the answer. So that is, we write the augmented matrix into the system form. So that gives you x is equal to negative 14. Y is equal to negative 6. And then z is equal to 2. Okay? All right, we good? Now, here's the deal. I give you a very, very nice problem in the sense that there's only 3 variables and the coefficient is very nice. What do I mean by nice? It's a nice number like a 1s and 2s and so on. Now what if you have a system is much large, maybe like a 6 equation, 6 variable, and maybe perhaps the number is not nice, maybe like involve decimal fractions, square root, pi, sine, cosine, log. Okay, the hand calculation will become very, very tedious. So what I would like to show you next is how to using a TI graphic calculator to do this problem. Okay, and I'm going to rework this problem by using the graphic calculator. All right, don't go away. Watch.